Are you worried that your child is watching screen during his meal times? If yes, then pat yourself because you have identified the problem and you are taking the steps to rectify it. When we talk to children regarding the screen time, they tend to get upset, and when we actually switch off the screen, they start to throw tantrum, right? So, here is the tried and tested step by step process on how to deal with it. First one is shift to big screens from small screens. Second, increase the screen time to decrease it. Third, interactive screen time. Fourth, educate them. Fifth, your turn to tell the stories. And sixth, your child's turn to tell the stories. And the seventh and the most important one is believe. Come, now let's see what we have to do in each step. When we shift the focus from small screens to the big screens, it allows the child to have a free hands, because if it's a small screen, your child will be holding it, and if it's a big screen, the child cannot hold it, and his focus will be shifted from the screen to the food, and which allows him to touch and feel the food. And also, if it's a big screen, he cannot change the video very easily. If it's a small screen, he's able to hold it in his hand and swipe it up with one finger touch. But if it's a big screen, he need to operate with a remote, which doesn't allow them to do it easily while they are eating. And also, it increases their span of watching the video, and it reduces the effect of the screen time on their eyes and on their brain. So now the second step is, first we let them watch what they want to watch while eating on big screen. At a later time, watch some stories or some interactive videos with them. This has to be done when they're not eating, because when we watch at a later time, it doesn't give them an idea that we are trying to reduce the screen time. But if we directly ask them to watch a video which they're not interested in the meal time, they may refuse, and also there are chances that they develop a hatred feeling to educational videos. The third step is interactive screen time. So once they develop their interest in story watching or question and answer type of videos, start showing them during mealtime. Make sure that you're equally participating in that conversation. If you're watching story videos, pause it in between and talk about the characters in the story for a minute or two. You can also ask questions as if you did not understand the story, or you can guess what happens next, or you can ask your child to guess what happens. Next step is to educate them. But how? First, we need to talk to them about the effects of watching the screen on their eyes and their brain. Show them some educational videos on it. There are a few TEDed animated videos which are easily understood by children. Read books about the food and what it does to our body, because we have to teach them to focus on the food also while taking their focus away from the screens. So when you start reading books about the food, they try to associate it with their meals, and it gives you another topic to discuss during the meal times. Now it's time to shift the focus from video to audio. Start their mealtime by reading a book or you narrating a story which they used to watch on the screen. But if you still feel it hard, you can negotiate with your child that you will play it on your phone and he can listen to it while eating. But make sure that it is still interactive. Make sure you pick up only the story which they have watched multiple times, as it helps them to imagine the story with pictures without any confusion. After few days, ask your child to tell a story or any incident that happened in their school or playtime. If they are not ready to tell, don't force them. You can continue to tell the story, give a pause in between, and see if your child is taking over. If yes, encourage them. Once your child starts to narrate a story or tell any incident, be curious to know and ask short questions in between to show your enthusiasm. At every step, remember that this cannot be achieved in a day or two. It takes time and, most importantly, your patience. Have faith in yourself and find joy in the small steps of progress. You have got this.